Welcome back, everyone. Questin here with more Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. I'm gonna go talk with Samara because I am gonna help her find Morinth.
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
What do you need?
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
You're dangerous too.
As are you. But she is different. Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death?
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I needed to know this a long time ago.
I present no danger to anyone besides my own children. And this is not easy to speak of, even 400 years after I learned it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Alright then. Travel to Omega.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally. She seems very worried about something.
I'm sure she is. I was just about to do Jacob's mission, but then again, the prize can wait for a bit. This is actually more important and also more interesting. Jacob doesn't really matter as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm gonna take... I don't think I've actually used more than for any damn mission in this. I'm not gonna give her the skills yet there.
The daily death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an RhadigarTV's location. However, given the reputation of RhadigarTV among the Asari, Aria T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
Anybody here seen my head?
Okay.
You wanna talk? Talk to Aria.
What do you need?
Many things. Okay, just checking that's working.
An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an RhadigarTV. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an RhadigarTV does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I'd start looking.
Thanks for the help.
Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
Don't look at me like that.
You can't fool me. Everyone wants some of this.
Okay.
Come on, let me in.
No, I actually don't think it's this. Yeah, your way.
Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Sel. You look like a good person to know.
Friendly faces seem hard to come by around here.
Reasonable people are more valuable than air in a place like this.
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
What do you mean we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
Yeah, I kind of remember someone. Let me try this. Oh, there is a reason I'm bringing these two around.
Don't you know what?
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
I'll have to come back later.
Of course. You know where to find me.
Well, I guess I'll need to bring them from the start to trigger the proper conversation with these two. Should give you an idea how much I want the prize with Jacob, right? I'll give him incendiary ammo. And Miranda is a different affair altogether, though. Okay.
The daily death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an RhadigarTV's location. However, given the reputation of RhadigarTV among the Asari...
Jacob, over here.
You told me about Jacob, didn't you?
Jacob Taylor? I certainly didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sure you didn't.
No, please. So many years have passed since Tortuga. Lots of water under the bridge.
I take it you've met each other before.
Jacob and I worked a mission with Ish a few years back. He helped us with some information.
You sent me into a nest of Turian thugs and a Batarian ambush.
Hey now, my job was to get you inside. Anything more would have cost you extra.
Is this gonna be a problem?
If we don't walk away, I promise he'll give you a reason to shoot him.
Well, now you have me interested.
Ish, if you make one wrong move...
Of course. I learned my lesson last time. Trust me. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that with your help...
What do you mean we can
well,
change them?
Certain people here, if we were to have information involving...
I'm listening.
It's nothing illicit. I just...
What's your
no
angle?
angle.
I can do that.
Mike, look around. Good to see you alive, Jacob.
Come on, let me in.
Give me another drink, love.
Nothing to see here.
An Asari fugitive.
You haven't taken...
Her last victim was a...
You can't fool me. Everyone wants some of this.
Come on, let me in.
Survivors. The Council offered its sympathy, but regretted that it could not become involved in a purely human matter.
The blight on Omega Society. End it now.
Are you here about my daughter?
My nephew died a week ago, and no one seems to care. The medic said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Aria's people?
I'm looking into this on my own authority.
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Not a lot, no. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth. I see. I didn't like her. She kept dragging Neff out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neff talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth. That sounds familiar.
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist. So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that... I will bring justice to the one that did this.
We swear to you. Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
She was always quiet working here at home. Then, a few weeks ago, she started going out all the time to the VIP area of that club down the street. I think you need a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My nephew had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for. She was creative? How so? She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
You mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her. Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things. We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. Neff made that. A man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it, but I'd never part with it.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, diary. Cycle 34, orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife. I was sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in Vanya that Vid Morinth likes. How did this happen to me? I'm just dumb trash from Omega.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just when we dance and the helix is flowing through me, the way she looks at me, with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kiss tonight.
Close the holojournal.
This is Morinth's work. She's attracted to artists and creators. Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peers. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. Then she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
Anyone who's successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morinth speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
I'm walking into this place with no gun and no backup?
I will be in the shadows watching, Shepard. You will never be alone. This I swear. But you cannot barge in with guns and allies. Morinth is far too cagey. She'd simply disappear. This is a subtle, delicate act. Trust me.
She'll come after me.
You can draw Morinth out. She'll certainly flee if she catches sight of me, but she won't be able to resist you. You are an artist on the battlefield. You have the vital spark that attracts her. Your power will draw her in.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
I agree. We can talk more once we're there.
End it not. End is not.
Regardless, this news is a major boon for Omega. All business can finally resume as usual.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation. Fears of an uncontrolled plague in the streets of Omega have been laid to rest, as the disease is now under control. The Asari Shaira, more commonly known as the Consort, has declined to name the next race likely to gain Council membership. However, she suggested an announcement.
What do you want?
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife is nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it?
Jarut.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
You must go in alone. Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful, you will want her to.
How can I spark her interest when I'm not even talking to her?
Courage or suicidal bravery could attract her. Hurt someone in defense and she will be excited. But pick a fight and she'll be bored. Show skill at working smoothly through a nightclub crowd. She will be intrigued. She'll want you the moment she sees you. The rest is just a matter of overpowering her caution.
How do I convince her to take me home?
She admires strength, directness, and vigor. Modesty, chivalry, or meekness frustrate and bore her. Violence excites her. You've killed Shepard. She'll like that.
Getting her alone, then falling under her sway? That'll require careful timing.
I will be near, and I will come for you, Shepard. Trust me, as I trust and honor you.
Okay, what other things have we learned about Morinth that can help us here?
According to Neff's journal, Morinth likes dancing while on a drug called Halax. Neff's journal mentioned a vid called Veyenya. It seemed to have something to do with glamorous women. Morinth sent Neff a note saying she likes the Elcor artist Forta. Well, Shepard, that's everything we know.
Let's get started.
Shepard, we only get one chance at this. Any mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here. And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Hey, do you know where to get tickets for Expel 10? I heard this amazing Asari say they were her favorite band. I just want whatever she wants. I gotta find tickets. Expel 10 is playing tomorrow.
She sounds amazing. Is she here?
She was here a couple of days ago talking about the band. She's here a lot. When she comes back, I'm gonna have tickets.
I don't have any tickets.
If you score some, I got some creds for you.
Hi again. I already said I loved you, though.
Hi. I need help right now, and I don't know who to ask. You're human, and you don't look high, so you're it. Can you help me out?
Slow down and tell me what the problem is.
Right. Slow down. Sorry, I just don't know what to do. My friend Moiral is doing a piece on Omega gangs. She's hanging with Flawed. He's the worst of the worst.
What is she doing?
A vid piece. She's an investigative reporter, you know? She's trying to profile gang leaders.
Your friend could get hurt.
Yeah, and she's going to. See, Floret's onto her. His gang is on the way here, and they're gonna make a mess of her. I have to get a message to her, and fast.
You seem to have a lot of information.
I'm her tech. I've been monitoring the gang's comm. The last transmission said Floret's going to splatter her. Man, I'm a tech junkie. I don't know how to handle this.
What do you want me to do?
She and I have a code. If you go over and say 2 words to Floret, my friend will get the message and get out of there. The 2 words are terminal and eternity. In that order. Please tell me you can do that. She's going to die.
Sounds simple enough. Why can't you do it?
I stare at monitors all day. I can't walk up and talk to a gang leader. I'd piss my pants and run away. I can't let Moiral die. It's just saying 2 words in a sentence. You can do that, right?
I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, terminal and eternity. In that order, just work them into a sentence.
You're breathing on my drink!
It's hot. Sweaty.
You need something, man?
Is there a public extranet terminal around here?
In a club? You don't have an Omni tool?
That is a pretty strange question.
I get by on public terminals. My Omni tool's been broken for an eternity.
That's a tough break. I'm done talking to you now.
Hey, Floret. I have to pee.
Yeah? Hurry back, Moiral. I'm ready to head out.
The music here used to be avant-garde. Couldn't dance to it, but you felt smart listening.
Thank you so much. I really thought she was going to die.
Come on, baby. I can pay. I'm a good tipper, too.
Told you to stay away from me.
Playing hard to get? Give it up, baby. Don't be like that. I got creds. We'll go back to my place. I got simple tastes.
Back off, asshole. I'm a dancer, not a hooker.
You got a mouth on you. I'll enjoy watching you use it.
The lady asked you to step away.
What the hell? I'm just looking for a good time. This isn't your business.
Good times are over.
Thanks for that. Security was asleep.
Hey.
Hey!
I'll dance next to you. If you want to think we're dancing together, go ahead.
I do want to think that.
The infamous Shepard dance.
My name is Morinth. I've been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me? Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to. Some nights, there's just one person. Tonight, it's you. Why is that?
I know what I like.
Do you?
What do you think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
I'm curious about a band called Expel 10.
They get in my head and tear it to pieces. They're in concert soon. Maybe we should go together. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that. You know?
What do you think of Hallex?
It slithers through my soul. Seems like we share some interests.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
It changes you, doesn't it?
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
Where you can see and do things most people can't imagine.
Yes.
When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
If you're the strongest, you have the power.
That's certainly true. Among children.
Whoever wants it the most, is willing to do anything for it, has the power.
Are you willing to do anything for it?
I haven't decided yet.
Now you're toying with me.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me. What about you?
Do you know the artist Porta?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
Do you know Vaenya?
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
This is not how a hookup works. Well, I guess some do, but all the same.
A gift from a suitor. The statue's got more personality than he did. Still, he impressed me enough that he finally got what he wanted. It didn't... I love any game where your opponent can believe he is about to win, just before you kill him. Have a Hallex if you want, but wouldn't you rather have all your senses be clear and sharp right now? I certainly do. I love clubs. People, movement, heat. I can still hear the bass like the drums of a great hunt out for your blood. But here, it's muted, and you're safe. Is that what you want, Shepard?
People feel safest right before they die.
It's true. We're never safe. I've never understood the fascination with safety. Some of us choose differently. Independence over submission? I think we share that, you and I.
We've both killed many times, but that's where the similarities end.
Why do you say that I've killed? What do you know? Let's stop playing games. Look into my eyes and tell me you want me. Tell me you'd kill for me. Anything I want.
I'm not the victim you were hoping for.
But you... Who are you? Oh no. I see what's going on. The bitch herself found a little helper.
Morinth!
Mother.
Do not call me that!
I can't choose to stop being your daughter, Mother.
You made your choice long ago.
What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me.
Enough, Morinth!
I am the genetic destiny of the Asari, but they are not ready to reveal this. So I must die.
You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more.
I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you.
I am already sworn to help you, Shepard. Let us finish this.
End of the line, Morinth.
And they call me a monster.
find peace in the embrace of the goddess. I am ready to leave this place and get on with my life. Are you ready to go as well?
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? I just killed the bravest and smartest of my daughters. There are no words. I will try another time. For now, show mercy on a broken old warrior and let us leave.
I want to look around a bit more.
Very well. I will remember the day of Morinth's birth. Tell me when you are ready. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So that was Samara's loyalty. Alright, I'm gonna head over to the Citadel.
All residents aboard the station should feel free to do whatever they can to control any plague-ridden Vorcha trying to flee from the sewers. If violence is your thing, you see deceased Vorcha.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tali. She seems very worried.
Sure she is. But the prize.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
As a rule, I'm not fond of surprises.
I didn't think it would be relevant. I expected to die without speaking to Kolyat again. I knew he'd blame me for Irika's death. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Irika. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Irika and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Irika woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. I let them linger.
I don't blame you. They killed innocents to get to you.
For you and me, death is business. For people like them, it is sport. I haven't spoken about my wife I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress. Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed. I shall return to my meditations.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
I do. I suppose we should talk. I don't know what this is. If this is stress, or just blowing off steam, or...
I care about you, Miranda. And I think you care about me.
This is no time for emotional entanglement. You and I know more about the Collectors than anyone. We know how unlikely it is that we're coming back alive. What idiotic bunch of hormones thought that now was a great time for love?
Who said anything about love? I'm just trying to get you into bed.
You ass.
Come on, Miranda. You want this.
Yeah, I do. So don't die. You promised me, damn it.
It doesn't work that way. We could all be dead this time tomorrow. So if it's not worth it...
No, it is. Give me some time. When I'm ready, I'll come by, okay?
Oof. Now, I don't necessarily like how, I really don't like what they eventually end up doing with Miranda. It's like, her character is, it's just a shame, really, because, her actual, okay, so her personal relationship with Shepard and the way that develops and the things we learn about her and personal character development, that's great. That's very well handled. And it works pretty well in getting you involved in caring about her as a character. But, and crucially, this is the big but, Miranda also has, of all the squad mates, she has an integral role in the story. I mean, you could argue Jacob to a certain extent, but she is one of the main characters in the game. Everyone else is basically optional. Tali, Zaid, Garrus, all that. As great as they are as characters overall, as engaging as their storylines are, they're not really related to the story. The problem is that Miranda's writing, when it comes to the main story, is pretty fucking awful. It's like, you have Miranda, the Ice Queen, who's this... trying to prove herself she's a great character, a great leader, who's absolutely horribly written, and then you have Miranda, the actual person, and it's like, what is this, bipolar syndrome or anything like that, right? I don't know.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. Me and a buddy were hired to take out this one guy, Matthias, I think. Hell, I forget. Turns out it was a trap. We got jumped by a hit squad. 2 Batarians, a Krogan, and a Hanar. Damn jellyfish nearly choked me to death. Wore a neck brace for weeks to cover that up. Haven't underestimated a Hanar since.
Anyway, so that's one of the principles.
We are sharing our deck with a Krogan.
Well, ain't that peachy?
Yeah. So that's one of the principal issues I have with Miranda. And actually, it's one of the issues I have with Ashley. It's like BioWare couldn't write a fucking female character, a human female character in their game for worth a damn. None of them. Like, Jack is insane. Ashley's writing is inconsistent as hell, and she goes from this really serious soldier in Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, or actually from Mass Effect 1, where it's she's really deep and interesting. She likes poetry, she's religious, all that kind of stuff, but she's also a racist. Plain and simple, she is a racist. You can sugarcoat that however the hell you want. But she goes from that to like, oh, in Mass Effect 2, she doesn't join you because she doesn't like Cerberus. Okay, I get you're a fan of the Alliance, but it's like, I mean, Kaidan, I understand, right? Kaidan is a character whose motivation I understand, because he's like, you can say, oh, she's loyal to the Alliance. I mean, both of them are. But I kind of feel like, well, actually it doesn't work, because, like, we hear all these stories about Cerberus, and we hear, like, their views of, you know, standing up for humanity, defending humanity, like, mostly the same views Ashley has, right? Oh, but because they're not Alliance, she disagrees with them? I'm sorry. Like, I despised the way they handled Ashley in Mass Effect 2 so much that I literally replayed Mass Effect 1 in its entirety again, just to go with Kaidan on Vermire versus her. And to be quite blunt about it, I feel I made the right choice, because Kaidan is actually better written than Ashley is. Ashley's, and like Mass Effect 3, Ashley is just absolutely terrible. It's like they turned her into eye candy, and it just fell flat on its face. Jack has metric fuck ton of problems in terms of her writing, and she's not really a compelling character. It's like, oh, but I'm abused, and it's like, I'm a total bitch, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really compelling as far as I'm concerned. There are some elements of it that work, but a lot of it just falls flat in its face. And then you have the issue of Miranda, going back to that. It's like all the human, like, all of them, like, genuinely, all the human female characters that are squad mates in Mass Effect, including Cora, in, I believe that was her name, I kind of forget. Yes, I played a lot of Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't, the only, like, I do remember some of the squad mates, but others I just don't care at all about. It was just that much of a forgettable game. But with Cora, it's like, they had some things going, but it's like, again, just piss poor fucking writing. It's like, they handled Tali well. It's not like they can't write female characters that are worth them. Like, some of them are handled well, but it's like, BioWare's writing in terms of a lot of female characters just is piss poor. Like, really piss fucking poor. Especially in Mass Effect. It's like, but oh, Eve is this strong female character. Whatever. Like, I can think of, what, Tali? I guess Liara, if you want to go with that. I guess she's okay, but that's just it, okay? Anyway.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
We'll push our enemies to the edge of space.
That's all
Shepard.
for now.
Goodbye, Grunt. I think the worst thing BioWare, and I think this is actually something that's happening in the gaming industry more and more and more. So I think when it comes to writing characters, I think that game developers are like just trying to write safe characters. And the problem with safe characters, they're not fucking interesting. They really aren't. The only squad mate that's the only squad mates in Mass Effect Andromeda that are worth a damn and have somewhat compelling storylines, and even then, like, compared to Rex and some others, no. No offense. As much as I can say I like them, are like, what was the name? Are like Drac and Vetra. It's like, those are the only two. Every other squad mate is absolutely fucking crap. And whoever decided to write PB was an idiot.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
You said that Morinth was a monster, but she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her, She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
You killed her for being what she was.
And I would again. But I also know what it means to leave everything behind and fight. Do you realize that she went on the run at the age of 40? I do not know human years well, but it is very young for Asari.
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justikar. Injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardat-Yakshi.
Morinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause. Ardat-Yakshi are sterile, Shepard. That wouldn't be a particularly viable future for my people.
I thought Ardat-Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds and they do exist, I will find them.
There's no way to correct the condition Morinth had?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic. When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
You don't want to settle down?
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace, due in no small part to you.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless. Statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Salarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based. Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved. Reward for curiosity, intelligence. Drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Morden.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
Alright. Morden absolutely has one of the most interesting storylines here.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally.
Yes, yes, yes. We'll get to Tali in just a moment. We got other stuff to do.
You'll have... Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years.
A few months. Assumptions are dangerous.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Yes?
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Welcome to Citadel News.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Welcome to Citadel Newsnet. I'm Emily Wong. The corpse of Denaria Claris, the sanitation worker reported missing from Kithoy Ward, has been found. See...
Welcome. This is the... Thank you for using Avena. Have a pleasant day.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What have they turned this place into?
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
Oh? Is that why you're sitting here in public, whining loud enough for anyone walking by to overhear?
Fine. You want to know? Since your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
Who won't let you board a ship?
I don't know who made the decision. Some pencil pusher at the shuttle port told us. The one outside the CSEC station?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding my breath. Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years.
A few months. Assumptions are dangerous. Next.
I overheard you talking.
It's a private matter. I don't... We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Why would they consider you a risk?
I don't know. They wouldn't.
Who won't let you
I don't
board a
know
ship?
who made the decision.
I'll see if I
I'm
can
not
get it
holding my breath.
I'm sorry, sir, but... Can I help you, sir?
I talked to a couple of Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration. Revealing why someone is on a watch list might compromise the safety of CSEC's undercover agents.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre. I checked them out personally, and I'm confident that they're safe to travel. I want them removed from your watch list.
I'll have to confirm your identity. Well, all right then. I'll have their names removed per your authority, Spectre. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm fine. Thanks for your help.
Next.
so?
Good news. I convinced them to let you go.
You what? How did you do that?
When a Spectre vouches for someone, CSEC listens.
You're a Spectre? I heard the humans were nominating many of their kind, but I didn't know that...
I was a Spectre before we got a seat on the council.
Then you must be Shepard. I never would have guessed. It's an honor to meet you. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
Don't be an ass to low-ranking bureaucrats. It's very easy to go to rail against the customs official, but that's not. But she's not actually the one making the rules and regulation, and she's probably not the one who put them on the list anyway. It's easy to get really fucking frustrated with bureaucrats. So we've all been there, haven't we? But yeah, be polite.
Cerberus. A disturbed Tombs says Cerberus held him prisoner for years, but investigators found insufficient evidence. The Systems Alliance Parliamentary Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies has awarded reparations for biotics suffering complications from L2 implants. Subcommittee Chairman Byrne thanked biotics every year.
Wait. Actually, I'll just go myself to the shuttle port right now. And I'll use that to go to some of the stores, because I kind of forgot to buy some stuff or check the stores to see if they have new equipment, which they may very well have. That's a bad loading screen. This is just poor optimization on their part.
Those Asari Hanar porn games they sell in Shinneki.
Oh my gosh.
Really nasty.
Really? I don't think I ever listened to that one.
In everyone's life, there is a moment when things crystallize.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. I shouldn't have, but yeah.
Even the Citadel, bastion of order, has dark places. Most people prefer not to look too closely at districts such as this. For my part, I seek these places out. They are a source of continuing injustice.
Very nice.
Something I can do for you, Shepard?
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Nope, but I know how important it is. My door is always open.
The Tyrian government is considering further reparations to humans.
Alright, let's go tell them. Allium, Anton, you're right.
Commander, a pleasure to see you again. Can I help you with something? Have a pleasant visit to Nos Astra, Commander.
cutting-edge gear, Cision technology will be there for you. There's some problems
There we go.
Omni-Jet can't solve.
Run away,
For
you
everything
bastards.
else, there's Cision
Give up your
technology.
colony plans. I'm looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
Of course, I can help you with the code.
A council inquiry has concluded that a combat VI that went rogue on Luna was not intentionally upgraded to full AI status. Alliance members have maintained that the VI was for combat testing purposes only. Given these findings, it is unlikely any turn.
The Asari are how advanced? And this is what they do with it?
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a...
Hello again. Was there something other than the Quarian problem I can help you with?
I'll tell the
Thank
slave
you.
girl.
I'd appreciate that.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this...
The prison ship Purgatory has been destroyed following an apparent riot. Security ships are en route to the area to retrieve prisoners and guards from life pods.
I need minimal heat increase. And speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
You should try it my way. Look at how the wind's blowing.
Well, I guess it's not like I attacked those colonies.
All right.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally. She seems very worried about something.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
Have you seen what's in these packages?
Why? Did you find something untoward? Certainly nothing worth getting worked up about.
I bet Mr. Anto would be very interested in this information, and in finding out who wanted it.
You wouldn't. Would you? It's not for me. A lot of people want a leg up on Aria, and they'll pay a lot of credits to get it.
I knew you were up to something.
It sounds like you deserve to die for what you did to Jacob.
No, please. I'm just trying to make a living. It was simply business.
Then it sounds to me like you're in the wrong business.
Please, I'll go. I'll leave Omega. Just don't hurt me. You'll never see me again, I promise.
Yeah, I bet.
Come on, Sal. We have to get out of here.
That's better than he deserves.
What do you need? Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime?
Why not? Anyway, that's it for now. Costin signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications.